again. Let's see. I'm walking in off of this street here in my city. And I'm going into this little garden. This really is the garden. It kind of looks like a big empty field, but if you go all the way over here, which I'll try and go to, it depends how much battery I've got, you can see this place was planned to be a garden. And right here are these garden plots that the city has provided for residents to rent and grow whatever you want within reason. And this has been here like this for, I don't know, 15 years or something. It's very well established, and I was going to say it's rare to see one that's empty, but I think these people just cleaned up their summer harvest. Okay. It's after 5, so the sun is like right in my eyes. But I'm going to get into a little hidden area over here and tell a little story. So this city, my family has owned a home in this city since 1973. I was 15 years old when we moved here, and I've gone away and I've lived other places, but I came back, and now that I'm back, I can't escape. I would like to escape, but there are forces much stronger than me that are keeping me here. Okay. That's a big drop off. Can you see a little bit of reflection there? There's a creek down there. If you were like running in here and didn't know that was there, you could accidentally, you would be very hurt. You would be hurt or dead if you fell down that. It's that steep. Actually, let me turn this around. Okay, this is better. So this trail is, pretty established. I mean, like, look here, somebody dug steps to go down to the creek on this side. The creek is really dry right now because it's end of summer. There you can see the creek from this side. But you can't get down this. This is just way too steep. Even if you did get down, there'd be no coming up. But this area, I don't know who owns this area. I don't know if it's the city. I just don't know. It must be the same people that own the gardens up here. But there's like no signs that say no trespassing. And oh, a deer just ran by. Did you see that blur? That was cool. That was a little scary, actually. It caught me off guard. But this is the kind of space that, from folklore, I am led to believe that fairy ones and other dimensional nature beings like to live in a space like this because... Hey, we got a viewer. Hello, viewer. Thank you for popping in. I'm just out for a little walk right now. I did not plan to come here today. So it's for you and for me. Okay, I'm not going to go down this because you can't get... Back in the 70s when we first moved here, and I just actually walked through that neighborhood and get into this space. And there's a gate, that hill down to the creek here. And the gate used to be open. And so when we were kids, my brother and I would, I'll let you look at me while I'm talking. My brother and I would come through this trail, and this trail would connect us up to the garden area where I just entered zone. And not a lot of, even people came through here. I'm just an unusual kind of guy that likes to go places that normal people don't like to go. So, like, this is very private. This is very private. I've come down here and have sat to meditate and stuff on different occasions. And I've never seen anybody in here. A couple of times up at the top of the hill, where the trail starts that comes down here, I've seen like teenage boys park their bikes, and then they take those steps that were cut into the hill. We're going to go back that way now. I'll show you again. They'll go down to the creek that way, but nobody ever comes in this deep into here. I mean, it took like 2 minutes to walk in here, and you can't see anything. I don't see a single structure. I mean, it's completely a nice little wild nature hideout. Okay. So back in the late 70s, after my brother and I got out of high school, and they were first starting to develop this garden up here, the plan was, from the guy who bought the property, he wanted to have an organic vegetable garden, and then he built like from scratch a restaurant, and it was supposed to be like a vegetarian kind of high class restaurant. And my brother and I got jobs working as gardeners. I did it for one summer. He did it for a couple of years. And then that ended up leading him into developing a career of becoming like a lifelong gardener and landscaper and stuff. But for me, it was just a period of time where I got very connected with nature. So our house is like way over there, and we walk around on this side street to the gate, come down the hill from the gate, cut through the creek, come up this hill here, and then this pops out. I mean, it only cut like 8 minutes off of the walk if you walked all the way around the block, but it was just really cool. It was like our secret, our secret, it was our secret. Okay, this is very steep. I don't want to fall off this. But we got so good at coming through this trail, we could do it in the dark. Well, if it was a moonlit night, we could do it. Okay, there's those steps I was talking about. So the teenage boys, they'll go down there. Okay, coming back up to the top. 2 viewers. Hello, whoever you guys are. Feel free to text, tell me something. Where you're watching from? We don't have to get into a deep conversation or anything. Okay, so I'm back at the top. There's the entrance. I'm just going to walk over and show you more of the gardens. Show you the garden that we helped develop, because it's still growing. The city kind of organizes volunteer work groups to come in and do cleanup maintenance and stuff with it, but there's no official gardener in charge of the project anymore. And then these gardens over here, these are rented out by the city so that people can grow their own vegetables and stuff. And yeah. A picnic area here. Okay, there's another area that is with easier access to the creek that most people take to go down there. This little road right here. I'm not going to go down there now. The fun time to go down there is after a big winter storm, when the creek is full and it's like running like a river. But it's not like that now. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera around. Oh, hey, Michael Kennedy. Hey, man. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm outside enjoying this autumn evening. It's in the low 70s. It was a warm day here today. Thank you. And how are you doing? And where are you watching from? I'm going to flip the camera here. Okay, so this section here is what my brother and I helped develop back in the late 70s. It was not this extensive when we were here. I'll show you how far we got. I'm glad to hear you're doing well too, Michael. Thanks for talking to me, because I'm just getting new. I'm new at using this app and doing these streams, and that getting audience participation like that is fun. So when my brother and I first started working here, these are apple trees, there's a pear tree, there's an apricot tree, there's a pomegranate tree, there's a persimmon tree. None of those fruit trees were here. We pretty much got out to about this end here, and we were growing corn and squash and tomatoes. It was just real basic, just trying to get the ground fertile and stuff. That's the restaurant that was eventually built, and my brother and I, we had a tent. We brought a tent over and camped right here all summer. The property back then did have an old farmhouse on it, and that's the building that was the farmhouse. Okay, Michael, you say you're from Toronto. I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. This location right here is about 35 miles east of San Francisco in a suburb. So this building here, there was a kitchen and bathroom and stuff, and so we got to cook food inside when we lived here that summer. And but now this has sat empty and unused for a couple of decades at least, and it's just rare in California to see abandoned property that does not get torn down immediately. Sure, Michael, go ahead and ask me. Here's another view.